for another Assassin's Creed Brotherhood video. So as you can see, we currently obviously we can allow you guys to see exactly where we are and what we're doing and whereabouts we're running. Picking up from the last video that we did, which was the introduction into Rome and the Followers of Lupo, we are basically going to be tackling that particular mission first thing. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to head over to the other side of the ruins, and just hopefully, I think it's down here. There should be, yes, just here.
Come from in here.
The entrance. And as you can hear, the dogs barking and obviously the wolves and everything. This is where the Followers of Lupo actually left the underground realm of Rome and basically attacked Ezio. So what we're going to do, as you can see, we have a wolf head, or a wolf skull I should say, hanging above it, which indicates an entrance, and it's actually marked as entrance number 2. I think there's 6 of these in total, could be 7. I'll double check and I'll find out for you guys. But as you can see, we are now delving into the descending realms of the Followers of Lupo. All of these, it is easier on some of them to do so than others. Others are a lot harder and a lot more technical. But we will try and complete these within the full 8 minutes for full synchronization. And we need to locate the Romulus Shrine. So we're going to try and get through this one ASAP. Now looking at this, if I remember rightly, this took me a little while to try and work out. I mean, some of them, they are extremely easy to get through. Some of them are extremely straightforward. Some of them are just an absolute nightmare. I want to go straight across. So as you can see, we are making our way slowly but surely up to the first mechanism, and that's now started pouring water, as you can see. And as you can see, there are 4 columns, so that's 4 of these that we need to do. So that's the first one. If I remember rightly, I need to go that way. Yep. And as you can see, there's one over the other side that we haven't yet got, but we will deal with that at a later point. That's the second one. So as you can see, we are getting through these pretty quick. These cutscenes will hurry up. I was kind of hoping to make it up there, but oh well. I've got to come back this way anyway to try and get to that one there. That's the third one. Now as you can see, we've changed camera angle, and you can see cracks are actually starting to appear in the floor there. So we're just going to run across here. Come on, Ezio, stop hanging about. It is kind of annoying he doesn't have the jump grab ability in here, because that would be really, really handy right about now. And I've just realised why I made the mistake of trying to jump across from that pillar. So I need to jump to there. Come on, Ezio. Get up there. There we go. And this is the 4th one. Now you remember what I said about the cracks in the floor? Well, that's the 4th one. And as you can see, the cracks are now viewable from this angle as well. And that has actually now given us the entrance. It's easy to take out. I'm going to equip the sword. Now, as you can see, these break out into little chambers. But what we're going to need to do is actually work our way up there, because that's where we actually need to get to. So, out of all of these, this is the only one that's actually open. And as we go around, you'll see it actually leads to different areas. Now, I actually mentioned these flags earlier. This is one of the 101 Borgia flags in the actual game, but they're actually set up exactly the same method and way that the original Assassin's Creed actually had as flags. Right. So there's 101 of those to actually get through the game. It's kind of a tribute to the original Assassin's Creed game as well. And it's a pity they didn't keep something like that in the later games. It would have been nice. But considering the amount of flags that they've actually put into the games, they'd have to switch up for something else. I mean, in the second, from the first game to the second, you go from having to capture flags to getting things like the feathers, which represent Petruchio, Ezio's brother that was killed by Uberto, whatever his name was, right at the start of the Assassin's Creed 2 game. So it is another benefit. Right, here we go, and this is where we needed to get to. I do remember that being a lot difficult. A lot more difficult than what it was, but... Ah, that could be actually here. Yes. Now, as you can see, this is starting to open up, and there is oil. Which is going to make it interesting, because we need to actually get all the way down. Right. Well, let's see how quickly we can actually get down here. I'm not quite certain. I'm just going to quickly check the map. No map available. Okay, let me check my options. Time remaining 2 minutes 43 seconds to complete this for full synchronization. So we don't have long left, so I do need to try and get Ezio through this ASAP. Hopefully it's not going to take much longer. It doesn't help with Ezio doing that. Come on, Ezio, get up there. So as you can see, even though we know where we need to get to, it's still not as easy as it should be to get there. And it still takes plenty of time as well. So trying to get this completed in 8 minutes is a real push. And I actually need to get up there, and I've got to... That's why you never hang out of the boss. Now believe it or not, that's actually where I need to get to, and I seriously doubt. I've got 1 minute 20 remaining. I actually know for a fact I'm not going to get up there because I know I need, that's the way I came in. There is supposed to be a ladder or a set of steps or something up here. Where is it? There it is. Ezio. So, jump. So as you can see, I'm trying to get across and up here. Whoa!
Now
as quickly as possible. Yes, that's nearly give me a heart attack in the same point in time. So we're going to jump across, and we're finally onto here. As you can see, there is a chest, crate, box, however you want to deem it over there. So we're actually in to the main area, and as you can hear, full synchronization's failed. We've not managed to complete it within the 8 minutes. However, this is an extremely hard one to start with, so we actually now need to try and get up to the top there. And as you can see, there is a way around. It's just trying to work out where we start. Now, I'd be inclined to say we start here, but I don't know if Ezio's going to reach that marker. No, he's not. Well, we found the flag. Okay. I actually wonder. Yeah, I thought so. There's actually a picture frame, as you can see, and we're now slowly making our way up. There is a little glitch there as Ezio jumped. He didn't actually go to grab the actual ledge. Whoa!
That could help if I fall.
It will help if you fall. I don't know how much, but it'll help, definitely. So, as you guys can see, we've spent a good 15 minutes so far trying to actually get to the vault and complete this section of the actual map. Now it's actually telling me I need to go down there, which I'm not too impressed about. And that would be why. How he doesn't fall off of that, I do not know. But it's going to help.
Perfect. A route up if I fall.
So as you guys can see, we are slowly getting there. I'm going to actually scoot over if I can. There we go, that's what I wanted him to do. Go over onto there, because that will actually allow us to actually try and get higher up. Right. Now, although I haven't got the flag, I will have to come back at a later point and do that. Now, as you can see, here is the vault. and the flag is actually down there on that pillar. So we'll come back and we'll do that in another video, but for today I just wanted to get to the vault, get this obviously dealt with, because this is the first major vault or mission type thing that Ezio is going to be doing within actually Rome itself. As you can see, we've actually got quite a few boxes here, which are giving us about 100-150 florins each, as well as the main box itself. I mean, this is the third one that I've opened so far, and we've got on average anywhere between 150 to 200 florins. So we'll just grab this one and the other one, and then we'll grab the main one, and we will then head out. So let's just have a quick recap. We've got obviously the 2 chests here. We've got 4 over there, so that's 6 chests that we've got. This is the main chest that we're going to interact with in this particular vault, and this is one of, as I said, 6, I think, could be 8, but I've got a sneaky feeling it's 6. And there are a few items that are in this vault. If you look to Ezio's right, you'll actually see the Eagle of Rome, which was used in a film quite recently with Channing Tatum. And as you can see, it has a scroll on it. It's a scroll of Romulus, and he leaves a key. Now, the scroll reads, "I leave my family's armor here, one of the finest sets ever made. May you who finds it receive strength in battle." And then there's a change of handwriting, and it says, "We have taken it and set it back behind the iron door. 6 keys unlock it. Spread amongst our brothers, it shall be said, the armor is the armor of Brutus," who was one of the original legionnaires or captains, one of the original people who interacted with the army of Lupus, or the followers of Lupus. So we've actually got the first of 6 keys. As you can see, the trapdoor has now opened, and we can obviously make our way back up to the surface. At a later point we will obviously have to come back through and obviously get that 100% on it by completing it in 8 minutes. We'll obviously have to grab the flag as well, because we're going to need that if we're going to complete everything. However, as I said, that is the first out of all of the side and main missions completed. Oh, I do apologise, ladies and gents, I've had a very long week and a very long night.
The followers of Romulus. This
Machiavelli.
band of false pagans has been terrorizing the city for months and driving the people into the arms of the church.
Quite convenient.
Exactly. I believe the Borgia are supporting them, but proof remains scarce. That is why the letter is so important.
Here it is. I hope you can break a cipher.
Cazzo! Another encryption. This one was supposed to be legible. They are transmitting them using a code sheet. Without it, we have nothing.
Sometimes logic is not the only way to win a war. Andiamo. You said we had allies in the city. Bring me to them.
Follow me.
And so we follow Machiavelli again. Now, if you remember from the last one, we have little shops like this all over Rome that we can't actually open up and use to have a income in Rome as of yet, because of the Borgia. As you would have seen from the last video in the Assassin's Creed 2 series, Ezio let Rodrigo Borgia live, and therefore they are now causing problems in Rome.
We recently began traveling through the tunnels to avoid the guards, but many of the entrances in the city are broken. By using them, we can get to our destination rapidly without encountering resistance.
Which is another little side quest, because these will actually pop up all over Rome. As you can see, there are quite a few. And as you'll also see, we also have the Tibia Island hideout. So we will come back to this particular point in future. We also have the Piazza del Popolo, the Augustus Mausoleum, the Pantheon, which we ran past earlier, Campidoglio, which is where we were a moment ago getting attacked, the Rosa in Fiore. The Rosa in Fiore is a safe venue for, I'm just trying to think of the right words, for the young ladies that are going to provide us with some help. The Tavera Port, Barracks North Campania, Southern Campania, the Casa Repertoria, the Trama de... no, I have no idea how to pronounce that, the Colle Verminale, and the Colosseum. And as you can see, there are a few others on here as well, including the Roman Forum, the Thieves Guild, which is, as you can see, right in the bottom of Rome, Terma de Caracalla. These are all areas where there's going to be a lot of running and a lot of horse riding needed. But for the time being, we need to get to the Tibia Island hideout, which is pretty much where we're going to actually set up our main stronghold, our main base, for the elimination of the Borgia and the freedom of Rome. So, as you can see...
Ben trovato, Nicolò. Ah, Ser Ezio. A pleasure. Fabio Orsini, at your service. I've heard a great deal about you from my cousin, Bartolomeo d'Alviano.
A fine warrior.
Fabio has lent us an unused storeroom on Isola Tiberina.
I know you were used to better accommodations in Toscana.
It is perfect.
Bene. Then I am off to begin preparations for Romagna. Today, Cesare commands my men, but soon, I hope we will be free.
Now I propose we begin planning our assault on the Borgia.
Oh, you think we are ready for such an attack?
See.
Do you know, for instance, where the Borgia troops took Caterina Sforza?
What?
Are you also unaware that the Borgia have captured the Apple of Eden?
How could we have lost the apple?
So, you do not know what goes on with our enemies. Do we at least have an underground here to work with?
Hardly. Our mercenaries are ensnared in a losing battle with Cesare's French allies. We have girls working for us in a brothel, frequented by cardinals and other important Romans. But the madam there is lazy, and would rather attend parties than further our cause.
What about the city's thieves? Do they have a guild?
See, but they refuse to talk to us. I don't know why. What are you going to do?
Make some friends.
So as you can see, the courtesans, the mercenari, and the Thieves Guild, or the thieves I should say, aren't on best terms with us, so we obviously need to try and resolve that. As you can see, Memory Sequence 2 has been completed, and we can see from the room that Ezio is in, or was in, that was our armor room. So we will be able to obviously get the different forms of armor, and we will then be able to have them stored there. So start of sequence 3, the fighter, the lover and the thief. And we are now going to, as you can see, be on top of the Tibia Island hideout. We've got the little assassin's seal on the door itself, which is highlighted in such a way that only assassins will be able to see it. So it's going to stop any Templar Knights or any Templars causing a issue for us. We have a pigeon coop, which we will be coming back to later. Ooh, and a flag. And the reason I'm heading all the way up here, apart from this chest, which is always handy, we do have a way of travelling from the inside out to the top here, but we also have a viewpoint. And as we're going to need to know exactly where we're going in Rome, we are going to try and need or need to try and unlock. We're just gonna shoot down the outside. It's just gonna be easier this way and quicker. And it still gets wet. Right, now compared to what we had to do in Assassin's Creed 2, we actually have a few different types of buildings. We have this one here. We have a banco. The banco is basically where our money from the renovations that we do in Rome is stored. And as we increase the amount of banks, we will then be able to come and basically collect our funds from here. We also need, apart from obviously restoring the buildings, to upgrade our weaponry and armor. Now obviously we've only just started the game, so we're not going to have many options available. But we are going to need... Get out the way. Where is it? Oh, it's just here. Right. So we are going to need to have a look to see what options are available to us. Obviously, with the limited funds we have, we are going to try and upgrade Ezio's weaponry. So let's have a look. We will repair the armor. There is another part, the greaves, which go over the legs. So we will grab them. It's going to increase his armor a little bit. So we have the captain's sword, the bearded axe, and the Roman longsword. So we can actually have two-handed, long weapons and short weapons. So obviously things like the common sword, captain's sword, these are short weapons. The bearded axe is a two-handed weapon, and obviously we've got the long sword, which is a two-handed weapon as well. With regards to small weapons, we obviously have the stiletto at the moment. We obviously have the knife, which is, as you can see, an upgrade to it. We've still kept the star system, so obviously for the stiletto the damage is 1 star, speed 1 star, deflection is 2 stars. The knife, again, damage 1, speed 2, deflection 3, and it also gives us the plus and or minus if we actually... If I just take the knife, I'll actually show you guys. Where we was on the stiletto and we didn't have the knife, we obviously had the +1 for speed and deflection. Now we have the knife, the stiletto actually shows a -1 for speed and deflection, which shows it's actually a worse weapon than what we had, or what we currently have. We also have the option of the crossbow, which is 12,800 florins. Obviously at this current moment in time we don't have the money to do that. It is going to be a little bit hard to get to the point of getting the crossbow. Depending on how you play the game will depend on obviously how quickly you get the crossbow. If you can get it in the early stages of the game, it does become extremely handy. If you wait until later, where you've actually easily got the 12,800 florins for it, it doesn't become that useful. So we're obviously going to be aiming for, as well as upgrading Ezio's armor, his weapons, unlocking the new buildings and renovating itself, Rome. We're also looking to try and get a hold of the 12,800 florins as quickly as possible to get hold of the crossbow, and that will be absolutely fantastic. With regards to the weapons, we've still got we've still got the gun, which is going to be part of Ezio's arsenal, so we can hold 10 bullets, which are currently full. Throwing knives at the moment are still full because we can actually hold 5, but we also have the option now of selling items. So as you can see, we can make money this way. However, we also have shop quests. So as you can see, to complete the shop quest and obtain the captain's sword, we need 2 sets of Buddhist prayer beads, we need 2 totems and 3 terracotta pots, which is where the items are now coming in. As you can see, we've unlocked the bank. New weapons have unlocked in Ezio's hideout, but you'd have also seen we've now unlocked 2 out of 17 Fabros in Rome. So we also have the bank, which we've now unlocked. So any money income we have will be going directly to the bank, where we can pick that up and we can then obviously collect it from there. As you can see, there is a dottore down here as well, out the way. So we are just going to very quickly, it's only 650 florins, unlock the dottore, because it's just easier doing it here. And it's actually going to make it a little bit better, because the more of these we unlock, the more money we're going to earn from renovating Rome. So we've unlocked the dottore, so if and when we need it, we can heal up, we can buy medicine, we can buy poison, which I think on one specific mission we're actually going to need. So it's quite handy doing it this way. Let me just have a quick look at the map, and as you can see, this section of the map is now unlocked. We have quite a few viewpoints. We've got a Templar lair, which might be worthwhile hitting up in a little while. We've obviously got the memories as well as the Borgia Towers and the Romulus treasures. Now each one of these will lead to a lair of Romulus. Now this particular treasure here, which I have selected, is actually just out this way. It's actually across here. Let me jump onto here. See if I can actually get across here without getting wet. Now, Ezio, you had to go for a swim in a toilet, didn't you? Right, so as you can see, we are very slowly making our way across the Tibia River. And we have made our way down here.
Entertainments include the execution of all the ripari on the steeds. As the people all love Lupa, he expects a large turnout.
And I still can't get up there. As you can hear, there are people obviously shouting different bits and pieces, different slanders, just causing an outright nuisance. Obviously, because we are this close, you can hear obviously the wolves and everything, or the howling I should say, from the followers of Lupo. Come on, Ezio. I need you to climb. See, without having the ability. Right, entering Prospero de Siena's territory. Kill him to remove the Borgia influence. So he's actually the Borgia captain for the area. Now, as you can see, he's not actually where he's supposed to be. And as you can see, he's actually carrying a crossbow, which means he can actually shoot further. And there are quite a few guards up here. Now, as you can see, I managed to get 2 of the guys. Oh, he is. He's right down the bottom there. Now, this guy that we're supposed to be killing, this legionnaire, this captain, whatever his name is, oops. Now, I got a funny feeling that they're just patrolling the area. They are. I loved using this tactic before. See, they're trying to follow. And now they've lost me. And as you can see, there's quite a few around here. So I'm actually going to try Wasn't quite the way I anticipated on doing that, but I did forget that I don't actually have my second hidden blade, which is why only one is actually highlighted here instead of the 2. Which does make things slightly more difficult. Now I need to try and find somewhere around here, and I think it's just here. It is just here. There's actually, I think I'm going to actually hit both of these on the head with a nail. And I know it probably doesn't make much sense to you guys, but if I remember rightly, can I go that way? Down here is going to be both the guy that we're looking for and the treasure that we're looking for.
Maybe it was not.
And we have a chest, which is going to be extremely handy. So we found, wow, 1,490 florins, which is going to give us a nice little boost. Actually, most likely get us our next weapon. Bullets are full, throw knives are full. This is one of the benefits of actually having the option of looting them. As you can see, we are making our way no, it's not that way, it's this way. Back around to the guy that we're actually after. as well as finding the... I'm going to take him out first. This is just easier that way. And he's the one that we're after. Now, because we've been able to kill him, as you've seen, the little icons come up saying that we can actually burn a tower. For every single tower, there will be a captain to that tower. And as you'll also notice, the amount of guards in the area is actually decreasing. And that's because the captain itself is dead. Now, we also have, at this moment in time, the treasure which we need to find. Now, if I remember rightly, there's actually... yes, it's just here. And this is where we were actually aiming for. Now, as you would have seen from earlier in the video, we actually managed to obtain a key. The key itself, on its own, isn't that significant. However, as I also referenced, there is some armour, the armour of Brutus. Now, if you guys have seen the last video, you would have noticed that Ezio's outfit has slightly changed. That's because this is the armour of Altair, the assassin from the Third Crusade from the first game. And we also have here. So recover all the keys from the scrolls of Romulus to interact with the gate. And you'll actually be able to see just there the armour of Brutus, which is basically the full chest piece, pauldrons, greaves, the whole lot. And that is what we are aiming for. I've got to remember how to get out of it now. It's this way. So we've managed to take out the captain. We found the actual armour that we were after. We're going to take these guys out, looting them all the way. Obviously we need as much money as possible because we've just killed the captain. We are going to burn the tower, which is actually going to allow us to upgrade, well not upgrade, but it's going to allow us to renovate some more buildings. And it's going to basically allow us to start earning some more money. So obviously by looting them, we're getting the items that we need. We got obviously the bullets, the throw knives, the things like that. So if we need anything like that, we can obviously get those again from the guards. And ooh, there's a ladder. That's the ladder I was looking for. Hi, bye. You can die now. As you can see, throwing knives are full, medicine's full. We are now making our way out. I am having a little bit of fun with this because what I'm going to do is run around here. See, there's these guys here. By taking the big guy out, and as you can see, the rest of these guys have just decided to bug out because we've actually performed a execution move. And as you've seen, one of the added benefits to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is Ezio has actually used, at that particular moment in time, 2 throwing knives at once. I think he's got the options of actually throwing up to 3 throwing knives. So we actually took out both of those guards at exactly the same time. Obviously, the longer that you hold the button down, the stronger the throw gets. It does have a limited amount of distance, which is why we would really love to get hold of the crossbow at this moment in time, because it makes things so much easier. But with regards to the actual game itself and the amount of money we have, that ain't going to happen very quickly. Now, we need to find a Borgia Tower, which is that one just there. because if I have a look, there is one right over there which wouldn't be here, and considering that that is the closest one, it would have to be the one that... Ouch, ouch, ouch. Now, as you've seen, the guards have thrown dirt. There's a little bit of a difference in their tactics. He's actually trying to get onto a horseback. But he's actually decided to run off. And the horse is quite handy being right here. Wow, I actually didn't realise how close my health was from those couple of attacks I'd taken. Right. So I'm actually going to... Hello, horsey. I'm actually going to refill my health by using one of the health potions. And we're actually going to try and... I can't remember where it is. I know it's here somewhere. There it is. Please don't tell me I've got to learn a different move before I can get up here, because that would not make me happy. That'd actually annoy me. Aha, here we go. Right, as you can see, there are different methods of getting up here. I'm obviously hoping that Ezio's going to relearn that jump grab move from the second game, because that was so handy, and it's unbelievably handy. Ezio, where are you going? Go down one. Right. As you can see, we've had a revenue deposit made into our little bank vault of 812 florins. Okay, why are you not climbing, Ezio? Ezio, you should be climbing. Whoa! Ezio, what are you doing? Okay. Should we try this one again, Ezio? Right. Now, Ezio obviously didn't want to go that particular way, so we're actually going to try and do this slightly differently and try and please him. Right. Now, why he's not going up onto that ledge, I don't know. This is most annoying, Ezio. See, there's no way across down there. You need to come across here, down, across, leap up, climb up. Unless that is just literally too far for him. But if that is the case, then we'll try something else. We'll see if Ezio likes it this side. Because obviously that flag seems to be a little bit too high for him. Yeah, so it seems that that flag was a little bit too high for him. And again, without having the actual jump grab ability, it's an absolute nightmare. Because something like that would have been easily dealt with. And where is the eagle point? Is that the eagle point? That's the eagle point. Yeah, something like that would have been easily dealt with in Assassin's Creed 2, but for some unknown reason he seems to have lost that ability. I'm not 100% certain whether it's due to the actual loss of the iron grip greave that he had, which I'm kind of hoping it is, because I do know that there are going to be a few surprises later on in the game that will hopefully give us that ability back. But for now, we're going to deal with this tower. And as you can see, all the Borgia signage and everything burns. And Ezio's now done the leap of faith off of the tower itself. And the Borgia influence has been eliminated from this area, which will now allow us not just to view the area because we've done the leap of faith, as you can see, but it also gives us things like the doctors, the stables, the whatever that is, the broken aqueduct, which is one of the items we actually have to repair. We also have the Arco de Tito, the Arco de Costantino, and we have a few other viewpoints and different things up here as well, like the art merchant and the tailor, which I think we're actually going to go and unlock now, because those are directly on Tibia Island. So that is how this game is going to end up being played. Let me see if I can get down here. So that is basically how we're going to need to try and complete the game, getting rid of the Borgia influence as we go. Now, I kind of prefer, I mean, it's each to their own how they want to play the game itself. I kind of go through the steps of eliminating most of the Borgia influence and their towers and captains, because for me it just seems easier that way. I mean, as I said, it's down to how each person wants to, Ezio down, each person wants to, oh, chest, how each person wants to do it. So by all means, have a play with this and see how it goes, see how it feels for you guys. If you're not happy, delete your game, start again. It doesn't matter, because you're really early into the actual game itself. As you can see, we've managed to get to the bank. The bank vault capacity is at the moment 7,500 florins. It's currently holding 812 florins per hour, and the player money, which is the money that I currently hold, is 6,679 florins. The record book shows a summary page. On the summary page, like it did with the book that Claudia was controlling in Assassin's Creed 2, it shows the shops, the renovations and the landmarks on the first page and their income. Obviously there is no income from landmarks because we haven't done anything with them yet. We're getting 11 florins every 20 minutes from renovations and 700 florins every 20 minutes from the shops. With regards to the shops, there are now, as we move down onto the second option, 17 blacksmith shops, 15 doctors, 12 tailors, 10 art merchants and 10 banks. Out of all of those, the 17 blacksmiths we have 2, out of the 14 doctors we have 4, out of the 12 tailors we have 1, and out of the 10 art merchants we have 1, and the 10 banks we have 2. So as you can see, there is a breakdown on the right of how the florins are coming in from each of those particular shops, and the total at the bottom. With regards to the renovations, these are different things that we can do in and around the city. So as you notice at the bottom of the list is the broken aqueduct, which is what I highlighted on the map a moment ago. There are 8 of those that we can do. There are 18 tunnel entrances, there are 9 stables, there is the Mercenaries building, the barracks, Thieves Guild, the Thieves building, the Courtesan building and the Rosa in Fiore, which will all provide us with additional income. We do have landmarks. As you can see, all of them are locked at the moment, and these will become available as we play out through the actual storyline and through the game itself. And we also have economy. In the economy, you can see total florins earned from all of the shops and the total florins spent, and the difference will obviously be the florins that you currently hold. And as you increase the amount of shops that you hold and that you control and that you've upgraded, obviously your discount will then improve. As you can see with the doctors, we already get a 5% discount. So that is Ezio. Right, that white thing you see on the map and that whistle is because I've just hit the triangle button. I'm trying to get to back to the banker, because one thing I didn't do was just go and withdraw the money that we actually had in there. But that whistle was actually Ezio calling a horse. As you would have seen right at the start of yesterday's video, or the previous video, we actually have the option of now riding the horses directly into the cities. Obviously with Roma being so large in comparison, that's why we obviously have the stables, and that is if I've gone the wrong way, I have, and that is why we can ride the horses into the actual cities now. So there should be one here, the art merchants, the merchandate, that is him done, and we have the tailor, which is just behind us. Where is it? It's over here. Right. And this is the Sato, the tailor. Right, so now that we've got these unlocked on Tibier Island, we're actually going to be slightly laughing, because it's just to make things a little bit easier with regards to upgrading. So, as per the art merchants in the previous game, give me 1 second. There we go. Right, as per the art merchants in the previous games, if we just access into these, we obviously have the options of dyeing our clothes. So we can go for the Assassin's White, Roman Stone, Venetian Azure, nearly says them what they want to, Venetian Wine, Florentine Scarlet, Roman Gilded Onyx, and Florentine Crimson. Now I am a fan of reds and blacks, so I will definitely be taking that. Obviously we now have the option of dyeing the cape that Ezio actually wears. So as you can see, you could put it any colour you want. Problem is, with the colour schemes that I like, there isn't really anything that stands out, so I don't normally bother with that. Obviously, heavy sheath, large enough to allow two-handed weapons to be carried around permanently. So that is 8,250 florins, and we also have the smoke bomb pouch, which is 9,250 florins, which allows us to carry 3 smoke bombs. Currently holding 2,921 florins, not enough. Access Mr. Not Sato, Mr. Merchandate. Again, we have the shop quests. This will always give us different items, depending on the different shops. Treasure maps, the Centaur treasures. As you can see, it's only a couple of hundred, so we are going to grab hold of these. And the Vaticano treasures, which we need to unlock the shop quest, complete the shop quest to obtain. Because, as you can see, we can't get it. Then we have, obviously, the paintings, Angel, St. Michael, Resurrection of Christ, and the Mond Crucifixion. All of varying values. These I don't normally worry about within the first 4 memory sequences, because it's just something that's not needed. Obviously, depending on how much money we can obtain will depend on whether I'm really worried about them. If I can actually earn quite a lot of money from the chests and from the actual game itself by completing missions, then I will obviously go and buy it, because again, it's classed as part of the renovation system. It will then increase the amount of money that we actually have coming in. But because I'm more interested at the moment in trying to improve Ezio's armor and his weapons, it makes sense to stay that way. Now, as you can see from the map that we've actually obtained, we've actually now got a new symbol up on our map. So if I come through here,
I cannot blame
it is just here. And it's actually a chest, and you'll see that the icon of Ezio, which is on the minimap, will now have the item underneath it disappear, because we've now got that chest. So, as you can see, we're back to the Fabro. This is where we started earlier. Quick repair of our armour. At the moment we can't unlock any further armour. We can't unlock any additional weapons because obviously this is just going to cost too much. Small weapons, we have the knife and the stiletto. The crossbow, again, we have nowhere near enough money for. So we're just going to upgrade, replace the throwing items. Also, you can see the items we've got in the shop quest.
One man's coin is as good as another.
If you think I'm pulling faces on the camera, I'm not. I'm actually just trying to make sure I don't yawn in the actual video itself. As I've said, I've had a very long few weeks with regards to work, hence how long it took for the end of Assassin's Creed to actually Assassin's Creed 2 to come around, and the start of Assassins Creed Brotherhood. And it's literally a case of, once we've completed this video, which I'm actually going to shoot up here and end in a moment, I'm just going to spend the rest of the day just chilling out, because I need to rest. A lot of people don't realise how much work goes into different things that people do. I mean, I work a full-time job. I work as a Ezio, a DJ, and what's also known as a KJ, which is a DJ and karaoke jockey, karaoke host. I also do different bits as a graphics designer, and I'm doing YouTube as well. So I've got like 5 jobs. So considering I've not literally had a day off in the last, where are we? We're the 26th of August. Apart from the 3 days I was sick, I've not had a day off yet this year. So I think today is definitely earned a point of where we're actually going to have a day off. So I'm going to leave you guys with this beautiful-ish view of Rome and the Borgia Tower that we will be taking down next time, which is over there. That one over there in the distance, as well as that one and that one. And I will, for our next video, get some more of the viewpoints done so we can obviously see where we're going, and we will tackle the 3 missions that we currently have on our mini-map in that particular episode. I'm Kieran2002. I hope to see you guys again next time. Make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you leave comments on these videos as well. Let us know what it is that you guys want to see. If you want to see us do any challenges, let us know. If you want to see specific games coming up, again, let us know. I am currently working on trying to be able to do Assassin's Creed Syndicate alongside this particular series, and I am literally in the process, sorry guys, of updating my system to allow for us to do Need for Speed games on the PS4. I'm hoping that when I get the chance, which will probably be tomorrow, I'll be shooting up to Maplins. I'll be getting a new motherboard and processor and or graphics card system to go in my computer, so we can run everything through the computer as I planned with the Elgato recording device. Once all of that's done and that's upgraded, getting a lot of these videos out over a space of a few weeks for you guys, which I will be spending a lot of time on the weekends doing for you, and hopefully improving the quality of the videos on this channel, improving the viewer counts, increasing the subscribers, and then we can look at doing some merch for you guys. With regards to that, please be patient with us. I know we've only been running for a few months, and your patience is greatly appreciated. I cannot say this enough for you guys. I know some of you guys want to see Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which is why I'm trying to work on workarounds for you guys, so we can obviously get those done for you. I know some of you want to see the new Assassin's Creed Origins videos, which is something I'll be working on tomorrow and then posting up for you guys, because that'll be completed tomorrow. I will also be doing the Need for Speed series, so we'll be looking at Need for Speed Most Wanted, Carbon, games like Underground 2 and stuff like that, which were PS3 based. If I can work a way around it, I will be doing those for you as well. We just need to wait and see in regards to that. But as I said, we're going to end this video here. I've been gilrs2002. I hope to see you all again next time in another Assassin's Creed video. Take care. Bye bye.